Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for another YouTube video. I am Damore McQueen, and this is where I basically share personal development content and essentially document my journey. So today I want to talk about something which I believe that most, if not all of us, can relate to. I believe that we all experience comparing ourselves to others at some point in our lives, right? So I want to share a few tips on how to stop comparing yourself to others or to at least lessen that level of comparison. And the first point essentially goes back to how I started off this segment. So, and that is acknowledge that you're not alone. So, I want you to remember that you're not alone. It is almost natural for us to compare ourselves to others because we're humans, right? And we interact with different people from all over, so it's almost automatic that sometimes we will make comparisons. But sometimes that comparison can be very toxic, and that is where the problem comes in. Or the problem also comes in where we start to envy others instead of admiring them and trying to learn from them. That could become toxic. So, you know, I want you to remember though that it is natural. You're not alone. We all do it. I do it myself at times. But what I try to do though is to ensure that that comparison isn't toxic, right? So that could mean seeing how I could learn from that person, right? Instead of envying that person, right? Or or just shutting off that comparison before it gets toxic. Hopefully that makes sense. So, but firstly, acknowledge that you're not alone, right? You're not alone. We all do this at some point in time, even the best of us. So that's the first thing I want to share. Acknowledge that you are not alone. The second point is everyone's journey and purpose is different. So, what you don't want to do is to start comparing yourself to someone, let's say content creators, for example. They have an amazing platform, they have thousands of followers. You're not necessarily a content creator, you're not necessarily um, that individual. That's not your purpose, that's not necessarily your purpose. So acknowledge that everyone's purpose is different and everyone's path is different. And this is where it is important for you to take some time. If you don't know your purpose, try and learn your purpose so that you can better align yourself and to create impact and to effect change in your own way. So that is important. So understand that everyone's path and purpose is different. And another thing too, sometimes we make comparisons that are not fair. Sometimes we make comparisons to people who are way ahead of us, let's say economically, simply because they had an upper hand. They came from a certain family or they just came from a different background, which allows them to have that level of influence or that level of status. So understand too that sometimes even your comparison isn't fair. So I want you to remember that too. And again, understand and appreciate the fact that everyone's purpose and everyone's path is different. Your path is different. So spend some time, try to understand your own purpose and the direction that your life is supposed to flow into, and then walk into that. So don't understand that. So everyone's purpose is different. Remember that. That's very important. And this is a way how you can um, essentially find out what your purpose might be. So usually your purpose is aligned with a passion. So something that you love to do, something that you're drawn to, so spend some time to find out about you so that you can better, as I said before, create impact and create changes in your own way. That's very important. So our purpose and our paths are different. And then the third point is name and claim your blessings. Okay. So here, this is basically where I want to tell you to acknowledge your blessings, because sometimes because of comparison we forget that we are also blessed and that we are doing well and that we are overcoming challenges, and so those challenges are worth celebrating. So name and claim your blessings. So that could be through reflections. Sometimes we're so busy on social media with life in general that we do not acknowledge our own journey and essentially reflect on how far we have come. So this is important. So in an effort to limit your comparison, your toxic comparison, it's important to reflect on your own journey and to reflect on your blessings and even the triumphs that you have made, right, as an individual, because we know ourselves and we know our own challenges. So reflect on the challenges that you've overcome and reflect on where you are now. And I think that will certainly lessen the comparison, because now you're seeing how far you've come, you've seen your journey, you know the struggles that you overcame, so now you can appreciate that. And that could also mean journaling as well. That's a way to reflect on your journey and how far you have come. So if you haven't started journaling, you could do that as well, and that will certainly help. You could journal digitally. There are apps. I use an app personally. Some people journal in books, but document your journey so that you can see how far you have come and embrace that journey, right? So name and claim your blessings. And I mean, the very first blessing that I think all of us can relate to, I know, because we're alive, is the fact that you're breathing, right? So these are blessings within themselves, right? So embrace your blessings and claim your blessings. Don't forget your blessings. Don't let comparing yourself to people let you forget that you're also blessed and that you're doing good as well. And then lastly, I want to say timing is everything. This is so very key. Timing is everything. So again, I spoke about our journey being different, but timing is also different. Not because you're not experiencing a season of development and transformation and growth and so on, doesn't mean that you will never experience that. Sometimes we're being processed. Sometimes we're going through some very hard times to build us as an individual, to build our personality, to build our character, so that when we actually get to the blessings and the amazing things, we can actually maintain it and appreciate it. So don't despise the tough times either, right? But remember that timing is everything. Not because you aren't doing as well as the next person right now, doesn't mean that your time isn't coming. I mean, this entire week I've been listening to this song, The Best Is Yet to Come. So I want you all to remember, and I'm going to end on that note. The best is yet to come. So timing is everything. Don't try to rush the process. Embrace your own journey and appreciate your own journey. Document your journey, because I know for a fact the best is yet to come. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that this has certainly helped you and that it will continue to help you as we seek to just develop ourselves and to create impact and to effect change. So once again, thank you, and do enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.